Hi, today we're going to be talking about making connections. The learning standard that goes along with this is analyze how a text makes connections among and distinctions between individuals, ideas, or events. For example, through comparisons, analogies, or categories. Our learning targets today. I can identify the relationships among people, events, and ideas in a text. I can explain in detail the similarities and differences between people, events, and ideas in a text. Let's break that down a little bit more. Our objectives today. What is a relationship? No, I'm not talking about boyfriends and girlfriends. What is a similarity? What is a difference? What are comparisons? What are analogies? What are categories? Types of text connections. And finally, we're going to do some practice. What is a relationship? Like I said before, we're not talking about the relationship between a boyfriend and a girlfriend. We're talking about how things are related, connections between things. What is a similarity? Simple, how things are the same. An agreement between things. What is a difference? If a similarity is how things are the same, a difference is how things are different, or a disagreement between things. See how the red apple is a different kind of apple than the other ones in the row? The orange is different than the apples in the row. And you may remember doing these things when you were younger, finding the differences between the two pictures. I see a flower on the left-hand side, but not on the right. I see two buttons on the left-hand side and only one button on the right. Can you spot any more differences? What are comparisons? If you're comparing things, you're telling how things are the same. Characteristics of people, places, or events that are alike. Looking at how things are similar. Some examples. Life is a long and winding road. That means life can be a long journey and it might have a lot of twists and turns, but in the end, you usually reach your goals. Her smile is as bright as the sunshine. If you picture that, do you think that she's frowning or looks gloomy? I picture a very sweet smile. We're comparing the smile and the sun. We're comparing life and a long and winding road. So what are analogies? Analogies are a comparison between two things that do not seem to have similarities, but have some characteristics that are the same. It's a literary device to compare things, so you're going to find analogies in literature and text. Some examples. She was as quiet as a mouse. That doesn't mean that she's a mouse. It just means it's hard to hear a mouse, so that means she was very quiet. He is like a rock. No, it doesn't mean that he is gray and heavy. It means he's steadfast and strong. I feel like a fish out of water. No, that doesn't mean that you're going to grow gills and be able to breathe underwater. It just means that you're not comfortable in your surroundings where you're at the moment. These examples were provided by the website at the bottom. You can visit that website for more information. Categories. Categories are a way to group things that have something in common. Here's an example. The category is a sphere. In the category are oranges, baseballs, and globes because they are all shaped like a sphere. The next category is a cube. Tissue boxes, packaging boxes, ring boxes are all in the category of cube because they are all shaped like a cube. The category is cylinder. Oatmeal canister, candle, toilet paper roll, they are all in the category of cylinder because they are shaped like a cylinder. Types of text connections. There is text to text. Ways a text is the same as another text. You would be thinking this story reminds me of another text, movie, etc. Text to self is ways a text is the same as the reader. So you would be thinking this text reminds me of a time when, and you would tell about a personal experience you've had that the text reminds you of. Text to world is the way the text is the same as the world around us. You would be asking yourself, this text reminds me of an event that has happened in the real world. So let's practice. Which of these is an analogy? Remember, you're comparing two things that don't seem like they have similarities, but they have characteristics in common. So A, the cucumber is green. B, my sandwich is cold. C, her eyes were as blue as the ocean. Think about it. The answer is C. You're comparing her eyes and the ocean. And A, you're just describing. The cucumber is green. You're telling what color the cucumber is. B, you're telling about the sandwich. You're describing again. You're telling that it's cold. But in C, you're showing how her eyes are as blue as the ocean. You're comparing her eyes and the ocean. Which would be a category for pumpkin, leaves, cool weather? Think about it. What do all of these things have in common? Pumpkin, leaves, cool weather. A, colorful. B, fall. C, orange. Which category would you pick? Think about it. The answer is B, fall. So let's look at the other two. Pumpkin can be colorful, leaves can be colorful, but can cool weather be colorful? So that wouldn't fit in that category of colorful. Let's look at C, orange. Pumpkins can be colorful, pumpkins can be orange, leaves can be orange, but can cool weather be orange? They all have to fit in the category. So in fall you have pumpkins, leaves, and cool weather. They all fit in that category. What type of connection is this example? The text reminds me of the time I fell off my bike. Think what you're comparing the text to. Is it A, text to text, where you're thinking of another story? B, text to self, something that has happened to you, your personal experience? C, text to world, something that's happened in the real world. Think about it. The answer is B, text to self. The text reminds me of the time I fell off my bike. You're relating the text to something that has happened to you. For additional practice, you can go to these websites, and for more explanations, you can go to the websites below. Thank you. You can watch this video as many times as you need, and please be prepared for class tomorrow. Thank you.